What is up, everybody? Welcome to our crazy anime D&D game. We really enjoy you all being here. We hope that you are going to have some fun with this chaos-fueled adventure. Real quick, a brief recap of last time. The group met a crazy old man. Crazy old man gave them a deck of many things. That's about where things left off. So much happened in the last episode with all the cards that got drawn that you just have to go back and check it out to find out what all happened. There was some really good stuff. There was some really bad stuff. It's just luck of the draw, some pun intended. So we pick up this episode with Orin having had his soul ripped from his body. He made a plea to his goddess. Cannot remember her name to save my life. Lyra. There we go. Mm-hmm. Lyra, the goddess of partying.
Of joy. She's so happy all the time.
Joy, revelry, party, all that good stuff. It's like Dionysus, but good.
Yeah. Dionysus was awesome. he did some cool stuff.
Right. So you are essentially standing in the throne room of Lyra. You see a very large throne made out of gold and precious metals. And while standing there, your deity materializes in front of you on the chair. She's very scantily dressed with like see-through cloth. She's got like this huge curly permed out like blonde 80s hair thing going on, and the reddest lipstick that could ever be created.
It's Tawny Roberts. It's essentially Tawny Roberts with blonde hair.
It's Chasey Lane.
There you
go. Yes, coming in for the hot part. She seems less than thrilled to see you standing in her throne room, but she just kind of like gives you a almost a dismissive wave, but like, come closer.
Hi, Miss Lyra, Miss Your Magnificence and Effervescence. I was hoping you could help me. There was an old man, and he had some cards, and I thought they were just fun playing cards. I thought we were playing a game. Everybody was drawing some cards, so I drew some cards. And now the light inside of me is gone, and I've told I have no soul. So I don't know what to feel right now. There are certain things I can't feel right now, and I just want the light back. So if your benevolence would allow it so I could continue to serve you, I would appreciate your assistance in that endeavor. Please.
Like, this conversation is totally boring.
I'm so sorry. I could make it more entertaining if you would like. It's kind of a lot. It's a lot that's happening. And I don't know how to feel about it because I'm supposed to be happy and joyful because that's what we do. But I don't know if I can do that. So what are you in the mood for it to be more entertaining?
I don't know. You're just like totally harshing my vibe, and I'm not feeling it so much. So maybe like just go away.
Oh, okay. But I can definitely do that. But where should I go? Where can I find my soul? so I can go there and then I can leave. Um, mm, some juicy goss. I don't know if you heard, but my new adventuring buddy Tilly is currently eating just like a ton of ramen, and it's so crazy, right? It's so much ramen. I don't know.
Like, oh, myself, like that's totally gonna go straight to her hips.
I mean, I think she can handle it. I think she's kind of
It's
used
so.
to it. 'Cause she also fights a lot, so I think she uses all that energy. Um, yeah. So back to what I was talking about before with my soul.
No, that's boring. I want to talk about this Tillhead.
Chillhead.
I thought he said pillhead.
Yeah, like Pilly or whatever you said her name was.
Oh,
Like,
Tilly, yes, Tilly. She's wonderful and delightful and amazing, and she's really nice. You'd love her because she's full of joy and happiness, and she's a partier and a great time. So yeah, I think you'd really find her interesting. Uh,
Soul.
I don't
All
think
right.
Oren knows enough to shit talk Tilly and wouldn't anyway.
It's like a
Even
5-minute
soulless,
meeting.
I don't think he would.
Lines up.
I
I'll tell
guess.
you what, I will help you like a little bit if it gets you out of here quicker. But you got to tell me like something super good.
Super good. Yeah. I just got like a keep full of awesomeness and monsters, and I'm gonna go slay them with my friends. And I made a bunch of new friends, and one of them is Toad, and he's like this really sick samurai, and he's gonna go beat some people up, and become really famous. And then there's Griffin, who's like really cool, who like fights people and is bald and just like pretty chill.
I did.
Like I totally stopped listening to you after you said keep. I like that idea, and I think that like we should throw like the most dined out awesome orgy at the keep, like when you get settled in, like
Okay.
warming party.
Okay. Okay.
Griffin
Yeah.
approves.
Yes, we would absolutely love to have a total blowout rager. I think that's what they say. In your honor, when I get there and when we like remove all of the monsters that are in there, absolutely. We will do that in your honor. I just need to find my soul, I think, first so
Oh,
I can do that
okay.
successfully. Okay.
You're like a broken record. Like my soul, my soul. Fine. Okay. I can't really help you get your soul like per se, but like I know somebody who can. He's my ex man. His name is Xiphus. He totally lives in that weird little shit town. Del Mold Del. I don't know Del something.
Okay,
Um,
Del Holt, maybe.
sure, whatever.
Okay, cool. So he's your ex. Cool. Do you want us to murder him? Is that what's happening here? I'm not sure where this like what are we doing with him?
I mean, it would be super cool if he was dead, but like it's
Oh,
gonna be kind of hard to do that because he's like an archdemon. But whatever. Like I'm sure you'll have no problems talking to him and getting stuff figured out. Anyway, I'm sending you to him because he has like the 411 on like all the good stuff, and he probably knows where your soul's at.
oh, cool. Awesome. So should I tell him that you sent me? Like, is that like will do you think that would help the situation? Do you think he'd be like more likely to help me if I did that?
Maybe. I mean,
Okay,
I don't really know. I
cool.
mean, he's one of those guys, totally jealous. Didn't like that I was talking to Zeus. Whatever.
Sounds like a total bro. We don't like those. Yeah. Cool.
Oh, he's a mega Chad for sure.
Like a monster punching holes in drywall.
Those chads, man, they'll get you every time. You gotta be careful. Cool. So I will go to him as you have instructed. Would you be able to send me back to my friends so we can go do that? Oh yes, I will tell him of your beautifousness. Yes.
Yeah, I'll totally send you back to your friends. You probably want to take them with you. But word to the wise, Xiphus always has these huge balls, and he likes to throw them and do stuff like that. So you're probably going to want to get dressed up before you go see him.
Now, when you say balls, do you mean
Oh, huge ones, the biggest.
Cool. I'll figure it out. Okay. Cool. Thank you so much. I am a worm. I am a worm before you.
I expected that from Tofu, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'll go. I guess I'll go now.
All right, Oren. Bye.
Bye.
Tell Tillhead I said hey.
I will. Her name's Tilly, but it's fine. It's fine. She's nice. She'll say hi back. Yeah.
Mid-sentence, you finish the other part of that sentence in front of your friends standing in the street.
Hi, guys.
What's fun about Tilly?
Hi. Tilly's just awesome, and
yeah.
I think I just went and I saw Lyra, my goddess, who is just, awesome. And I was just explaining how awesome Tilly is to her. I think it went okay. I think it went okay.
How nice for Tilly. Right on.
Yeah, she might have a friend. So we're still in Delhold, and I was thinking, crazy idea, crazy. Maybe we go and talk to Xiphus. He might have some juicy goss and details on where we should go and find fame, and he might know a really strong warrior for Toad to to kill. And I think that might be awesome. Yeah,
I'm in.
Cricket, what do you think? Oh yeah,
Noting.
this is why I do it.
Noting.
I think Cricket's definitely still distracted. Did not clock most of any of that conversation. They're just kind of doing their dance with their new friend.
Nighttime.
Very
Or
that. I think
Cricket sees Cricket and is just like, maybe I should have done that. Maybe that would have been less boring.
She said you were boring.
Oh,
internal dialogue.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So Cricket kind of wraps up, and it seems like a very abrupt end to whatever talk he's having with his new friend. And he's kind of waddles back over to the group. They'll join us later. They got some stuff to finish.
Awesome.
Okay.
Cool.
So,
Do you just an idea to throw out there that maybe y'all do you want to send your newfound army to the keep to kind of do a pre-sweep?
maybe some recon so that they don't all die. They have an army then, or just send the wolves in. Oh no!
I wanted them to begin crafting me a litter, one of those chairs that I can get carried around in.
Yeah.
Need that. It's essential.
Essential.
Okay. All
It
right.
wouldn't be heavy. Just Toad. One guy
Right?
can carry it around.
Toad's not the problem. It's the chair itself. It's just this massive chair that requires 20 people to carry it.
Jesus. So,
All right. Well, then,
Zyph-
yeah, they begin work on Toad's chair.
Nice.
Awesome.
Any particular thing we should do? Do we just like walk right up to him and go, "Hey, we know things," and then that's it?
Yeah. You know, I think I could get us an audience with him. Lyra mentioned that he has really big balls.
Okay, but I don't know how that helps us. Does that like a weak point for Dit? Like, because I know how to do that.
She didn't elaborate other than we should dress nicely. So I think we get dressed up nice and fancy and we go present ourselves before his big balls and then maybe we compliment them. I'm not really sure where to go from there, but you know, I think I could probably, you know, come up with some stuff once we're there.
Mhm.
I think the
Mhm.
main point for now is getting in front of him,
Mhm.
and from there he can help us. He has all the details on, you know, who's strong and who to fight, and maybe, you know, where to find souls that may have been ripped from your body unwillingly, you know, without consent. So I think that could, yeah.
Okay.
So and we're in Delhold, so I and this is to DM now. Because I'm from Delhold, I would assume I know kind of the local shops of where to go and get clothing of finery.
You do.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, I know this great shop right along the way. Threads and More, I think is what it's called. So we could maybe check
It is
that
now.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
So,
Threads and more in the note.
thank you, Cricket. So, Oren, is just to recap, we should go see Zyphus. I think the big ball you're talking about, or the big balls you're talking about, is actually like a dance. Like when people get like a mask, like when people get dressed up, and it's like a big deal,
That
and
makes
like
so much
there's like
more
waltzes and
sense.
food and everything. So
Okay.
that confusion is over.
Sweet.
What?
We're just gonna
It's
clear
really
that up
so-
real quick.
It's really
Just wanted
concerned
to
there
make
for
sure
a
we're
minute.
all on the same page there. The second part is we should go talk to him during one of these balls. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is there anything else we should know about him? Like what is he? Is he like? I mean, I'm apparently the only human. He's not human, is he?
No. Apparently, he is an archdemon. You know,
Oh,
but they're
just that.
people
That's fine.
too. You know,
Yeah, that's fine.
Um,
I'm sure that's not a problem.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure
It's
he's a very nice guy. He's also kind of Lyra's ex-lover.
Oh, so archdemon and an ex-lover to a goddess. Great on. Yeah, I mean
No.
that happens all the time. That's fine.
But you know, Lyra is so awesome and amazing. I'm sure she mentioned he may have been like a Chad, but I've never met a Chad before, so I don't know. I just kind of smiled and nodded when she mentioned that. So yeah, I think it'll be fine. I think we just name drop Lyra a little bit, and we'll have an in, and you know he'll tell us whatever we want, because I'm sure he desperately wants to know what is going on with her.
I really hope
and-
that doesn't happen. Sorry. Sorry, Orton.
I think it'll be great. I think this is a solid plan, and nothing could possibly go wrong from this. It'll be great.
Toad? What, you got anything?
Where's the
You're
fighting
not-
happening?
That's where. Okay, yeah. Let's land on that. Fine.
Yeah. I think Xiphos is going to tell us where the fighting is happening.
Okay.
So he's like a critical fountain of knowledge.
I see. We'll ask him directly.
Yeah.
I can't see any flaws to this plan. Let's go get after it. I guess go buy some clothes. All right, let's go. Where are we
Awesome.
going?
Threads and more.
Threads and more. Okay.
Good plan. Good plan.
Just an archdemon used to be with a goddess. Happens all the time. No problem. That just doesn't seem like we're walking into something that could be dangerous as heck. Whatever. Let's do this. I like this plan. I'm proud to be part of it. Let's go.
Why not at level 1? It's a good idea.
Yeah.
With Orange just like complete with his soullessness now and his like not completely in touch with his feelings, just like that fear barometer of like this could be very bad is just not there. It's just to
just
dictate otherwise.
Straight up and blunt, man. He's like, this is what's happening. I'm cool with it.
Great.
He's like a fine plan.
So
Alrighty
onward to Threads and more, yeah.
2 threads and more.
All right. It takes you but a few moments to make your way through the winding city streets to a little shop. It's got beautiful dresses and some like tuxedo type things in the windows, hung up on wooden mannequins. And you just see like a picture of a spool of thread with a needle behind it and then a plus sign behind it.
This is it, guys. I hear this place is, fantastic for getting those like super dressy and fancy outfits for, parties and stuff. So yeah, I just walk into the front door.
All right. You see that all over the shop doing various tailoring and cutting of clothes and things like that are a number of halflings, and they're all zipping around and cutting, snipping. You hear the sound of like a archaic style sewing machine going.
Awesome.
I'll let you take this, Oren. You seem to know this place.
I guess I walk up to the person who looks the most in charge and just say, "Hey, so these are my friends. This is my party, and we're going to a ball, and I guess." They happen quite often, so you've heard of them before.
Big
I'm sure.
balls.
Big. It's a big ball. It's a big ball. It's at Xiphos's.
Oh, you like everyone in the shop stops suddenly and looks at you, and the one you're talking to is like, "You got an invite to one of Xiphos's balls?"
Yeah. Totally got an invite. And I was just hoping because they're new in town, that you might tell us, help us get dressed for it, and also maybe direct us to the best way of getting there. Yeah.
I feel like if you got an invite to see one of Xiphos's glorious balls, that you would probably know how to get there.
We do. We just are testing that you know how to get there, because Xiphos really wants to make sure that all of the people that are involved in his party, such as your fabulous shop that dresses people for the party, know where to send people. So, do you not know?
Well, that is to say, it's not about what I know.
So you don't know, is what I'm hearing.
I'm not saying that. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't know either. That
That's
maybe
what
I
it
do.
sounds like to me, but it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. I'd like to, because in Oren's mind, this is going wonderfully. And he's super got this guy.
Griffin's just sitting back, taking the whole thing in, just watching it all unfold, sitting there with his hands crossed, just sitting straight there, standing straight up, just watching
Cricket.
it all go down.
Cricket is trying on clothes, and in fact, you see them walk around, like looking at other clothes, wearing like a full-on Lolita dress. Just like,
while there's a little bit of distraction, Oren, I'm gonna lean in and say, like, palm out just like a gold coin, and just be like, again, this is just a test to just make sure that you know where to send things, and that you know where Xiphus's place is. And essentially try and bribe the location of the shopkeeper.
I love that. Give me a any skill that you think would apply for this. Deception or persuasion. Either one is fine.
I'm gonna go with persuasion. Can I also cast guidance on myself?
Sure.
Sneakily. Oh goodness. Okay, so
Need a fan art of Cricket and Lolita.
Or she's talking like a fan, like you just flip it out and you fan yourself with it.
Yeah. These are the important questions. Where are his balls?
I was just thinking, like, how many places in the area are throwing a ball? Like, it shouldn't be that hard to find his place.
true, I guess. That's an 18 persuasion.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful. He takes the gold coin and he's like, the address is 42 Sand Pit Road.
Sand Pit Road. Interesting. Very nice. That's what I thought. That's what the invitation said. So yes, it sounds like you know exactly where you are going and where this party is happening. So good job. And now, if we could please take a look at your fineries for that are available, and maybe that go best with the theme of this ball.
Absolutely. Let's get this thing underway. And he kind of does a little clap, and all the other halflings start getting into tailoring mode. And there is a tailoring montage of, rulers and, things like that going around all of you. So what we're going to do is go around the table real quick. And I'm going to have each of you tell me what it is that you have them craft for you. And I think we'll go alphabetical, and we'll start with Cricket.
I think Cricket fell in love with the Lolita look. I think they're gonna have that with a matching parasol, and just a full look like that. I think they're having a good time. But instead of like little pumps or something to go like a cute shoe, it's boots.
like hardcore army boots.
Yeah, something with like a little bit of a platform to them still, but
Nice.
still like it doesn't quite. It somehow works.
Like the goth girl boot that's like this, and it's got the the little stud things all the way up.
Yeah,
It's
I
got,
think it
it's
very
got a
much.
fish. It's got a fish
Yeah.
that swims around in there.
Oh, like the old disco platforms, right on. Yeah.
Does it kind of clack as they
Goth
walk?
Lolita,
Yes.
yeah. I'm
Yeah,
super into that.
that's the word for it. Thank you,
That's a
Tofu.
good. That's a good
That
way to go.
Gothic Lolita. That's what.
Like it.
God, that's so fitting for a raven. So that's
Wash, tell me I'm
His hair down like this, over the sides, just
Yeah.
one eye.
Oh, Cricket just like throws his head back with beak open, and it's just like, "Where are you?" All right, so we got Gothic Lolita Cricket. Okay, fair enough. Next on our list would be Griffin.
Okay, so I can't beat that, but for cricket, black ribbons, white lace, yeah, that's fine. So like black silky, it's but with this I got like a tailored style thin tailcoat style jacket. It's just like, but it's just like almost like just a pullover real quick, and it doesn't have any buttons or anything on it. It's just sitting here. There's the buttons up the shirt, and I get them to put like an extra piece of longer black silk cloth, so that should anything go awry, I can wrap myself up real quick in it and go do some stealthy stuff if I have to.
Chic.
So like
and-
maybe like the extra piece for like around, like almost looking like a cummerbund, but like it's like down behind the coat. So
nice.
that's where I'm at. Put a little white lotus right here.
Pair it with a tuxedo T-shirt. I
Means I
love it.
want to be formal, but I like to party.
Yeah. Oren, what does your party attire look like?
So, Oren has never really been to a party before or a ball before, but having met Lyra and having seen her magnificence, he thinks that kind of what she was wearing is what is appropriate and what is party attire. So he essentially asks for it's a sheer top, but is while it's sheer, it's also actually like really small ringlets, so it's almost like a chainmail situation, but it's kind of see-through. It's very flowy, and then for pants, it's a similar situation, and there's just like the one like modesty triangle covering the bits. So he's just has this assumption that that's what is party attire, having met his goddess. So he's basically head to toe sheer, but also kind of that that ringlet armor-esque feel. And he's
Gotcha.
very embarrassed by the entire outfit. He is soulless and has lost almost all of his emotions, but apparently embarrassment is one of the few things that he held on to and retained. So he is just like, just a shade of blush head to toe.
And for reference, chat, Oren is a furbolg, right?
Yep.
That's you. So a furbolg wearing sheer lace, pretty much,
I feel like I didn't follow the theme.
with a sensor bar. You got that sensor bar in there.
Yeah.
All right, and last but certainly not least, the one that they're having the most trouble with is Toad, as every time one of the halflings touches Toad's skin, he lets out a scream of terror, runs around the shop terrified of its friends, just to come back huffy and puffy and continue measuring. But Toad, what does your outfit look like?
I want the Fred Durst special. Some baggy cargo pants, white T-shirt, backwards baseball cap.
Some Jenko jeans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jinko Gene.
Yeah.
This is so bad.
Flannel shirt.
All right, so
Think
Grunge
that'll,
Toad.
Yeah, that'll make a statement. I think.
Evens us out.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
It brings the group average to a nice like middle range.
Gold chain.
Yeah, we gold chains too for sure.
All right.
Medallion.
Yeah. Oh, so when the oh no.
Yes.
But frogs don't.
Stop giving
You know
people
what?
things to do.
Let's
Frogs-
do the Paul Wall special too.
Frogs don't have teeth, but I feel like sure, whatever. It's like some silver dentures. God, terrifying. All right, so after the montage is over, all of you are able to kind of take a step back and look at each other as you walk out of Threads and More. And the people in the streets, but at E.A are like looking at all of you as they walk by, like, oh.
There's
Oh,
got to be that
no.
moment though where we walk out of the shop and we're also into ourselves. We do the pose, just the group pose, like we're
Like
hot shit.
Zoolander style.
Yes.
Yeah. We had no idea what we were doing, but we went
I
for
feel like I
it.
should have got a pencil skirt instead of what I'm wearing now.
Cricket knew exactly what they were doing. I stand by Cricket's decision.
Yeah.
I'm all for Cricket's decision. That was a very good way to go.
You can never go wrong with Goth Lolita.
They're
Right?
that was a very good choice by them.
I'm surprised nobody suggested Sailor Moon for Mike or for Griffin. Like,
Yeah. I mean, Mike would totally do the Sailor Moon. Griffin, I'm not sure about. But I would pick Sailor Mars, to be fair. That's mine.
that, you know,
Nice.
Yeah.
color schemes and whatnot.
Yeah.
All right. So you have an address, you have your awesome threads.
Absolutely.
and we're off to Xiphos.
All right. So you make it to Sandpit Road, which is basically just a long stretch of road that leaves the town and goes to a quarry. Mostly they do just get sand out of the quarry, but they also get marble and granite and a few other precious gems now and then. But as you're walking along, you all are, counting the houses and whatnot. They have the numbers on there, but you're like, oh, look, there's 23, 27. And you get all the way to 41, and then it jumps almost immediately to 43. So I need everybody to make a perception check,
I would
please.
say he cloaked his place.
Perception.
What was perception in this again?
I got a 15.
14.
A 6.
What do you add to your dice for perception? I'm sorry.
It's
Whatever
under.
your scale
Yeah,
is.
it's wisdom plus modifier.
Oh, yeah, I ain't got shit to that. But I did get a 18.
Dang, okay. So pretty much everybody but Oren, as you are walking down the street, you all notice that there is like a very thin, like single window building wedged in between 42 and 43. The thing about it is that, like, if you're walking down the street to where you see the 41 building first, 42 is the same color as that building. But if you walk by, it becomes the same color as 43. So, like, you can literally walk back and forth and watch it change color.
Or Orin is doing that thing where he like zips over and is looking up, just confused at the building, and then blinks over and is now looking up at the at 41, and then back, and just like sheer confusion and panic is starting to set in because he's just like, oh god, where is it? Where's the building?
Griffin just walks up, puts his hand on it, and starts like trying to feel around to see if like there's a door to press open. Or if I press on something, it's gonna do a thing.
Griffin, you approach the building and extend your hand out to touch it, and when you do so, a door materializes with 3 steps that lead up to it.
I just point at the steps. I look at Orin, I just point to the steps. And I just walk right up in.
Love it. I'm assuming Orin sees this and is like, oh yeah, and like follows after.
Right. So everybody heads inside then, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Wonderful. You all get inside, the door closes behind you, and you find yourselves in a 10-foot by 10-foot room. Sitting directly in the center of this room is a rocking chair in which sits a small doll with a porcelain face with one eye missing and a crack going across it.
Nope. I'm already out. Mm-mm.
I
Does Griffin actually leave? Or are you just like
I'm thinking about it? I'm trying to think. Is this more a Mike thing or more a Griffin thing? I think it's more of a Mike thing than it's a Griffin thing, to be honest. Griffin's standing there, super brave. Mike's already like gone. He just walked in, saw it, turned around, walked right back out, walked on the street. Just walked down the street like, screw it, we're not doing this one. But no, Griffin's just standing there. So I'll look over at Orin. I'm like, so you know this guy, so I think you got this. Go ahead and go talk to the weird little porcelain doll thing that's definitely not creepy as hell.
I think Cricket is actually already very close to the doll. And with a awakened mind, I could speak to one creature telepathically. So I'm going to be like, hello.
Hello.
with no other context going on here. So Cricket does that, and the chair begins to rock by itself. And Cricket, you hear a response. A small girl's voice says, "Did you come to play with me?"
I'm out. What?
Do they say that out loud or is it telepathically?
Nope, telepathically. Right now, what the party is seeing is Cricket down staring at this doll with the chair rocking, and neither of you are talking. You're just like
Cricket
staring at each other.
Cricket's like, I'd like to play. Would you help me scare my friends?
It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it works for us.
Right? Or just looking at Griffin like, this is totally normal, right? Like, this is a thing.
None of this is normal.
It's all
None of this is
happening.
normal.
Y'all just see me staring at a doll. It's fine. Y'all are fine.
You just told us let's go into the lair of an archdemon. Like, why would you think that's normal?
A chill archdemon.
There's this creepy doll sitting in a thing, rocking by itself.
I'm sure
doing whatever
Lyra would
he's
not
doing.
have sent us into the den of something terrible.
Look, I don't even know who your goddess is. I've never once heard of her. I have no idea what's going on. Toad's just sitting over here being quiet. Jocelina's over there just staring at the freaking doll.
I like to
Like,
think
none of this is
in
normal.
my mind, when Griffin said that, Toad just like licked his eyeball.
There's a fly going by.
Just nailed it out of the sky.
Um,
So let's just kind of see how this
Yeah,
plays out.
I'd love to scare your friends. That sounds like fun.
Can I pick you up?
the doll raises its arms.
Cricket scoops it up and holds it close to their chest, turns to the rest of the party, tilts their head, and lets the doll speak through them with an open mouth.
No, no.
Oh.
Mike's been gone for 15 minutes. He left a while back. Griffin's just standing there.
Do you all want to play?
Again, Orin with no fear barometer anywhere. It's just like, okay, this is normal. Yeah, we're here for the ball. So we're here to party and have a good time.
I think still telepathically, I'm telling the doll now, Griffin's the one that looks afraid. Talk to Griffin.
Griffin. Mike's afraid. Griffin's fine.
Oh, Griffin's
He's
fine.
been in
Fine.
way more dangerous things.
Fair enough.
The doll like turns its head nearly full, like nearly 180, but like stops over exaggerated looking at a wall. And all of you see a large painting, like an oil painting of a beautiful waltz scenario, like people in fine dresses, and the doll snaps the head back almost like spring loaded and goes,
The ball is that way.
Why, thank you, little doll person. Orin's gonna walk up to the painting and detect magic just to make sure that he's not about to walk into just a solid wall because it's just a prank that's being played on him.
you do cast that and you detect mucho magic.
Delightful. And then he just like puts a hand out and like touches the painting.
As your hand gets real close to it, but before it actually touches it, you see your hand and like your flesh and everything start to turn into like oil painting.
Cool. Yeah, he's just gonna go for it. He's just gonna jump on in.
Yeah, that creepy doll wouldn't tell us the wrong thing. She wouldn't lie to us.
Nah.
Come on.
No. You basically entered the painting and you find yourself standing in like a foyer, and there's a man standing there. He's got like a vest on and everything, very, and you can tell with the staff that he's holding that he's that guy that like announces you when he arrives, and he looks at you. Name, sir?
Orin, cleric of Lyra.
Oh.
Prepared to enter the party, sir?
Yes.
Enjoy the balls, sir.
Brock has a horrendous feeling about this, but Orin's just like, okay. Just-
Cricket's gonna ask the doll if they want to be placed back in their chair, or are they coming inside?
Chair, please.
I think Cricket just gently puts them back down, makes sure that their dress is flat, tells them that they like their dress. Like, I like your dress.
I like your dress.
Thank you. Just like a little. And I think on their way through, they kind of link arms with Griffin and be like, "It's faux pas to enter a party unarmed," and just kind of
Okay.
into the painting.
On our way over, Griffin just kind of kicks the chair and makes it go like over that way a bit, just so it goes. with the doll on it, and it just goes over there. And it's like up against the wall now. So
Whee!
and I go right to the. I stay linked with Cricket because that's happening now, and I go
Yeah.
across and ran into the painting with Cricket.
I followed behind.
Toad's like, I just want to fight
The
something.
Japanese step.
All right, everybody enters into the painting, and as you are, materializing, you see the same scene, and you see Oren standing in front of like a set of large double doors with this announcer about to open them, but he stops and he turns back around and he says, more guests. Are you together or separate?
I mean, we
Together.
came together. Okay.
Together, yeah.
Do I announce you individually or should I announce you by a group name?
Individual's fine for now, I think. If you guys are okay with that too.
Totally fine, but that brings up a great plan. We should totally come up with a group name at some
We
point.
should work on that. We'll workshop it.
Well, yeah, brainstorm it later.
I'm Griffin Woodcarver, bounty hunter of the Order of Grace. Too many words trying to come out too fast.
Woodcarver of... Oh, no, wait. Griffin Woodcarver, what now?
I said bounty hunter for the Order of Grace.
Bounty Hunter for the Order of Grace. All right. And your date, sir?
Cricky.
Cricket. There you go.
Just
Just rolling with it.
Griffin has called Cricket Cricky. And I think
Really?
subconsciously, Cricket also doesn't want anything approaching their actual name.
Cricky.
It's far enough off.
Yeah, far
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah. And you, sir? Looking at Toad.
Just Toad.
Splendid. He turns around, the doors open up, and you see a long flight of stairs that lead down, and you see many, many people down below waltzing away. They've got their masks on and everything. Everybody seems to be having a grand time. He approaches the top of the stairs and taps the staff twice. And you see everybody kind of stop and look up towards you all. And he says, introducing Oren, cleric of Lyra, and his guests, Griffin Woodcarver, bounty hunter for the Order of Grace, Cricky, and Just Toad.
I thought that was coming.
I wave.
All right.
So, you Toad waves. Is the announcer guy still near us?
He is, yeah.
Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of lean over to him and just be like, "Thank you for that wonderful introduction." But just wondering, where is the master of ceremonies? Is he gonna be joining us tonight?
He will be here presently. You are the last guest to arrive. Unannounced, aside from me, we honestly did not know you were coming. But Master's
losing-
balls are always looking for new guests.
They're just
course.
always losing our invitation in the mail. It's fine. It's fine. And Oren like hurries everybody down kind of the stairs in towards the party.
I'm assuming Cricket and I are still arm in arm
Yes.
or arm and wing.
we have to make it
so-
to the base of the stairs that way.
So I kind of lean down toward Cricket, and I guess I have to kind of lean a little bit far because Griffin's a little bit tall. Hey man, if things go sideways in this place, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to yell pineapple. as loud as you can,
I think
but only if it's going sideways. Don't. That's a very dangerous word to yell. So only if it's going sideways do you yell pineapple.
I think they use that telepathy again to, in your head, in your own voice, say pineapple.
You got it, man. You got it. Okay, we're walking.
All
We're
right.
doing our thing. We're strutting.
You get
I
You
still
get-
have my
Oh,
little
good.
carousel.
That's the part that I'm still just like, and he's just walking with this little parasol behind him.
Inside.
He's having a good time.
strutting our stuff.
They're just
do-
having a great time.
You all get to the bottom of the stairs and kind of mingle in with the rest of the crowd. There's like waiters going around carrying trays of wines and food and things. This is, a very nice party, very well-to-do, spared no expense. And before long, the announcer comes back to the top of the stairs and knocks the staff twice. Again, everyone stops and looks, and he says, "Introducing the master of ceremonies, Lord Xiphus III." And you see another human appear at the top of the stairs wearing a black suit and tie going on kind of thing. But you see that what sets him apart from the rest of the crowd, because he honestly kind of like with his suit, he almost seems a little underdressed. You see that he's carrying a staff made of just pure iron, like cold iron, with a ruby affixed to the top. Yeah,
Big?
baseball
Yeah.
size.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, so
He makes.
there-
Go ahead.
I was just gonna lean over to the party and be like, "That's him."
Guys,
Thank you. Thank
That's
you, Warren.
him.
Thank you, Warren. The guy didn't tell me that just now. We're good.
Yeah, I know. I thought you might have missed that. I just wanted to make sure
No,
you knew.
it's fine. You're doing a great job.
Awesome. I got him.
I see him. Look at this dude.
He makes his
Rules.
way to the bottom of the stairs while you all are talking, and he's, rubbing elbows, hobnobbing, shaking hands, offering bows to some of the ladies, things of that nature. And he just grabs one of the flutes of champagne and just mingles.
Griffin grabs one of the wines as it's walking by. He just takes his fingers, sticks it in real quick, and tastes it, making sure like nothing weird going on with it first. And I'm assuming right now it's not, so he just starts to sip it after that.
It tastes wonderful.
I think before Oren kind of walks up there, because Oren's like trying to think about the best way to approach Xiphos. He remembers something that that Lyra mentioned to him about Xiphos, and he kind of leans over to Griffin and is like, so Griffin, Lyra mentioned something to me, and I'm just wondering if you know what it means, because I feel like it might help in our
Okay.
interaction with him, with Xiphos. What is a Chad?
You know, Oren, I'm actually not sure. I've never heard. I mean, maybe it's because I've been in a monastery a lot, and I only go out to go pick up bad guys. But I've never heard anything be called a Chad. So, I think if anybody would know, it's either Toad or Cricket would know that information.
And,
So I
and
lean over to Cricket.
so, yeah.
Cricket, do you know what a Chad is? If somebody calls somebody a Chad, do you know what that is?
Point at myself and say, me.
No.
You're a
So
Chad.
I lean back over to Toad.
So
A way of
you're-
life.
It's a way of okay. What way?
A lot of
Hard-
Mountain Dew and
Yeah, it's
Stop,
hard to
dude.
explain. Just gotta live it, you know?
you got to be in it to know it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Um,
is anybody else noticing that the guy is a human as well?
yes, he looks very human-y.
He looks. Obviously different from me, but like similarly to me, right? I'm not
Mhm.
crazy, right? That's happening.
No,
Okay.
yep, definitely seeing that.
Um.
Um,
So, with Griffin's like upbringing and everything, and beings that he had to learn about different species of stuff as he was going around with the crew to take them in. Do I know anything about archdemons?
I'm going to say you probably know like a rudimentary amount. That they come from the nine hells, and they often take the form of less imposing creatures, so that they can blend a little better.
So that makes more sense why he's a human then. People don't really fear us.
mhm.
I think to get their attention, Ray, would you call dancing a craft or a craft work?
I think I would call it a performance. But you know what? I will say that if you are trying to invent your own dance, I will allow you to craft a dance.
So essentially, I was trying to use the expert duplication to get advantage on a dance roll, essentially copying their dance. So I'm trying to clock the best dancer and be very proficient at that.
Okay, sounds good.
I
Griffin
guess
sees what's happening, so he's gonna follow Cricket, but he's gonna pick up his own dance partner.
yeah. So I wait for the rotation in, and then do you want me to roll a performance?
I would like that very much.
Okay.
But with that, with your talent there or your ability, you're able to roll with advantage. You said
Yes.
okay.
So I get advantage on ability checks I make when, like, essentially duplicating a writing craft work or a craft work that someone else is producing.
Gotcha. Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
sweet
I'll
skill.
allow that. That sounds good.
All right.
Yeah,
What sucks is like Kenku can't create anything; they can only copy.
True.
Mock, yeah.
Do the Fortnite default dance.
That's a night.
Floss.
Yeah,
That's,
is that bird flossing?
that's a 19.
Beautiful. You integrate yourself perfectly into the flowing crowd. Griffin, would you like to roll performance to try and
I-
jump in here?
I scan real quick as I'm gonna try to select a partner real fast through. Are there any elves or orcish women anywhere?
Two very.
Look, he grew up with orcs. He's into it. It's all good.
There is a half orc in the mix.
So I walk up to her. I like slightly bow and I go, "Would you like to dance?"
She offers that curtsy and takes your hand.
And then I join in with the thing, and I start doing the Dougie. Give me a performance check for me, right? Oh,
Yep.
That sucks. I got a 15. I have a +0 to it, but I got a 15.
That's awesome. Yeah, you're doing the best Dougie these people have ever seen at a
Oh, I
ball.
was kidding about that part, but okay, sure. I'll do that.
No, you're blending in just not quite as well as Cricket, but you're doing great.
That's because Cricket's better trained than I am.
Orin, Toad, what are the two of you doing while this is happening?
I'd like to make room so I can start breakdancing.
Making room on a waltz floor.
So grab something from his back real quick. It's the cardboard. He
Yeah.
slaps it out and puts it down.
Like, where did you get the cardboard? I like
Pulling
it.
things out of you, man.
I will allow that. It's like so what I'm gonna say is your cardboard is actually like an unfurled the training swords that the
Oh
samurai
yeah,
have?
yeah.
It's like unfurled. So you can like throw it down.
Kendo stick.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I was
actually.
thinking of the mat. What is it? A tatami
Oh,
mat.
there's it's just a bamboo mat. There's
Yeah.
probably a better
But
name
that-
for it,
but-
but I can't remember either, to be honest.
But that wouldn't work. So
Dude, that was like 15
like
years
the
ago.
idea.
I took Bushido.
right. I like the idea of the practice sword being used. So go ahead and give me
Yes, sir.
performance, Toad.
I got 12.
All right. I mean, you're a frog. It's going okay. You probably need
Moonwalk going.
you need a little
Sure.
more
Good enough
practice.
for the moonwalk.
You're a frog. It's going okay.
You have definitely created a round in the center of the dance floor, though. Like there's
Perfect.
you dancing, and then there's a line of people surrounding you, watching and kind of clapping, like trying to clap to the music, but it's not matching your dance moves at all. So they're very confused on what the tempo should be.
Oh,
And that
Lord.
brings us to Oren.
So what Oren would like to do is he sees Cricket go off and immediately entrancing everybody and start drawing attention with his dance, Griffin following behind, and then when Toad kind of starts like pushing the crowd back, what Oren would like to do is I'd like to take advantage of all of this distraction happening, and I'd actually like to slip behind something kind of unnoticed and slip out of view. And I'd like to do that unnoticed, and while I am hidden, I would like to cast Disguise Self.
Okay.
And I would like to reemerge from kind of behind whatever, like I'm imagining like a pillar or something like that. And I'd like to reemerge disguised as Lyra with a masquerade mask covering
Interesting choice.
like my eyes.
So you want to die?
I know where this is going, and I hate it.
Yeah, and then I'd like to kind of keep kind of to the edges and make my way towards Xiphos.
Okay, chat. I need a D20 roll as Oren is making his way over to Xiphos.
Roll low, roll low.
Well, while this is going on, Griffin, as he's dancing, is just like scanning around at the different points of like exit entry. He's also watching for any particular type security or anything. Trying to get like a lay of what's going on out there as he's dancing. I didn't get to see it. Is it bad?
It's a
No,
one.
it's amazing.
There's a nap.
Oh, it's bad.
All right,
Joke's on running Khaleesi. It's actually for whether or not I deceive people.
it is exactly what it was for. It was to
Oh,
see if
crap.
you
More than that one.
you-
Jeez,
to
of course
see-
that's. I mean, this is how things go.
No, that roll was to see if you fooled Xiphos. So essentially, Xiphos rolled a nat 1 against your
Oh, my bad.
disguise.
That's how I interpreted it.
That's way better. Yeah.
He immediately drops his wine glass. It shatters everywhere. He just like barefoot walks over the glass and heads straight to Lyra. He comes over just without any words or anything like that, grabs you by the hand, kneels down and kisses the top of it, and says, "My dearest Lyra, I didn't know if you would come. I was afraid that you've grown tired of my balls."
Well, you know, your balls are some of the biggest and most impressive that I've ever had the pleasure of experiencing, and I had to just come and see you myself. And Lyra kind of like stands him up, essentially, like pulls him into a standing position, and just like does that gentle like sweeping of the hand across like his chest, and she's like kind of going around him in circles.
Let's bring the lights down. This is getting good.
Right? I'm like, this is more sensual than I thought the campaign was going
Just
to
gonna
get.
get really into it.
So he, yeah, exactly, Tofu. He takes Lyra by the hand, and y'all start dancing, joining into the crowd, and he's just like, "Why have you come? What changed your mind?"
Well, I just had to see you again, and have such a wonderful moving dance with you again. And I just know that you know all the good juicy goss and details about what's going on and who's who and what's what. And I wanted to go tit for tat.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but there are some new faces here that are intermixed with the crowd.
Oh yes, I did notice them. They are
Still over there break
followers.
dancing.
Yeah,
Like this is all going on. Ted's just in the
The-
corner
the
still
leg
break
wheels
dancing and
going.
doing his thing. He's got the spin going on the ground.
He's like on his head.
Yeah.
there's some new followers who entertained me briefly, and I thought they would be interesting to bring along. I thought it might be fun and bring some chuckles. The one with the cardboard doing the very interesting headstands is actually a warrior, and I just know how much you love to witness a good fight. So one of the things I was hoping was to hear who's the next up and coming warrior that they might test their brawn against.
I've heard rumor that there is someone coming to the town. Uses a very large sword. A great sword is their signature weapon, but they use it one-handed. It's quite impressive. They're due to arrive in the next day or so. Perhaps they would be enough of a challenge for the little toad?
It would be entertaining at the very least. Thank you, darling, ever so.
Can we do like a record scratch? I just stare
Woo!
over. Say, did someone say fight?
It's like he's like up on one elbow, like,
He's laid in the pose. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think now I'll continue dancing with him a little more. I'll do like one of those ridiculous like head throw back and laugh. I just laughing at whatever he has said to me. And then kind of follow it up with, there was one other matter I was hoping you could assist me with before I retire to somewhere more comfortable. Recently, one of my silly, stupid followers lost their soul, and they came to me in the most ridiculous manner, just begging to have it found. And, I since you just know everything, I figured you might know where it is.
Those foolish followers. They just
Mhm.
don't know how to keep hold of their souls, I swear. But yes, a friend of mine, Zerzal, He has a small keep to the west. He's been collecting souls to power some artifact that he dug up from the depths of the earth.
Ooh, sounds truly scandalous. You wouldn't know what this thing is that he dug up from the earth, would you?
No, unfortunately, my sources were found before they could ascertain what exactly it did. They were very lucky to even return to me.
Oh, well, I'm sure you dealt with them accordingly. But enough. Sorry, reading chat. Enough talk of silly, stupid followers when you and I are just so much more interesting. Why don't I go retire somewhere more comfortable, like your chambers, while you wrap up your party, and I'll see you later.
That sounds absolutely delightful. I might end the party early. We could have our own private party.
Oh no, don't do that. This is so interesting for all the people, and you know I do love to make you wait.
Wonderful. He offers,
tries to.
he
Oh, sorry, go
offers
ahead.
a bow and heads back to mingling.
And Lyra is going to walk away or sashay away, and kind of try and walk past Griffin, or not Griffin. So Cricket is dancing alone, yes? Fabulously, but dancing alone.
No, they're waltzing with a partner.
They're waltzing with a partner. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I feel like I'm gonna walk up to Griffin. Nonchalantly, I'm gonna make my way over there and just kind of try and whisper discreetly to him, "It's time to go. We need to go now."
I try to before I end this. I look for Cricket and Toad to see if I can get their attention, so I can kind of give them a signal to like we're bouncing, kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, I think because
And
they
then-
had that talk walking in,
Yeah.
he'd be looking out for you.
So I try to do that. I spin the person I was dancing with. When I spin, I bring it back up to here. I kiss the hand. I say thank you very much for the dance, and I turn around and walk.
I think Cricket
Awesome.
just
Walk back the way
stomps
we
off the
came in.
dance floor. Totally just all right.
You just stop and go.
Yeah.
Or do you pop and lock? Is that what you say? Did you pop and lock off the dance floor?
I wanted to do the Wednesday dance so bad, but there's
Oh,
no
yeah.
prompt for it. Yeah, they just start making their way towards the stairs.
I want to cause a commotion, so I'm going to touch a few people, poisoning them as we go out.
Your poison. Your poison.
You definitely cause a commotion. People start running
That's the
around rampantly, trying to get away from other people. And people are assuming that they have eaten something not quite right. So
Show
a
that
rumor,
guy to brag about his balls again.
yeah, a rumor is now spreading that there is spoiled food being served to guests. And all of you make it to the stairs.
I really thought this was going to go way worse than it has, but we're not quite out of here
We're
yet.
not out
So
there-
maybe
yeah,
I
we're
should
not
be
out
quiet.
there.
Yeah. That's Griffin talking too. He's like, that was actually surprising.
Yeah, I think we definitely still need to go though.
Oh, no, we're
and
walking. We're good.
Yeah. So I think what Orin would like to do is, again, during the chaos, slip back behind something and like drop disguise self and then exit in the appearance that he came in as, so that way he's finishing that up, and now it looks like Lyra has left as well at this point because she's not around.
All right. All of you make it back out through the door. And when you get back into that foyer, you take a few steps and you exit the painting. You are back in the 10-foot by 10-foot room with the creepy doll.
Is it still against the wall, or is it moved back to
No, it
where
is
it
not.
was?
It is in the center of the room again. And
Okay.
as you all come out of the painting, the head turns completely around to look at you all. Like it's one good eye winks.
Griffin
wink
kicks it
back.
again, even harder this time. Griffin kicks it toward the wall, hoping it goes into the wall a little bit this time.
Did you all have fun?
We had a
Just
great
keep
time,
walking.
and Orin winks back.
I think
I just do it as I'm walking and make it happen, and I just keep going.
Cricket is gonna wink back at the doll on the way out the door.
I'll see you later.
Do a little wave, just
A little flip of the parasol.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, out into the night.
Are we
On
outside?
our way.
Yes, you all get out into the dirt road, and it is, in fact, nighttime now. You can see like candles and things like that are lit in many of the building's windows.
I
I look
think,
around real quick to see if Toad's with us, because I hadn't heard one thing from Toad the whole time.
I think Cricket's gonna mess with Griffin because they messed with their doll friend. I think they're gonna minor illusion the sound of speeding up little tippy tappy steps, like approaching quickly behind Griffin, just to see what he
So
does.
I turn around real fast. And I got my eyes ready to go. I think at some point I might try to knock Toad and grab the sword real quick. I mean, like, somebody's dying to death. I just hand it back to him, like, thanks, man.
Yeah,
All right,
the
so-
doll definitely needs to make more appearances.
So what are you all doing at this point? Heading back to the tavern to go back to your rooms?
Probably smart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Why'd you say it like that, Cricket?
Looking back at the door to the doll. Yeah.
Cricket, so help me God. I will.
No, I
will
think
pull all of your feathers out, one at a time, as slowly as possible. If you bring that doll around me again, I will hang you up by one talon on the tower clock, or whatever it is, a sundial, whatever it is. I'm gonna hang you up on the tallest tower I possibly can by one claw.
I get to pick my friends.
Now Griffin feels just a little bit bad about it. Just a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. Enough to be like, no, that was kind of mean to say to Cricket like that, and just walk away.
Yeah.
You all get back to the tavern, and it's the same scene as usual. People eating their noodles and all that, and all of you see Tilly face down on the table with no less than 30 empty bowls.
My God.
And she's-
Goku'd that stuff, man.
yeah, she went into a ramen coma.
I love it. I love it.
Carbs.
She's just snoring and drooling on the table.
Cricket wants to have the tea party with the dog. No, man. We're gonna walk into Cricket's room at some point. That doll's just gonna be sitting there with him. I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I'm out. I'm out.
I think it would be great if they had a tea party. They're dressed for it. Like the conversations would be hysterical. They have the same humor. They're Judy's. They're good friends.
Right.
You all retire to your rooms, and Griffin, when you get in, and, get all settled and whatnot, you're crawling into the bed, doing the.
A-hole. Come on,
this-
don't do
No,
this.
no, you brought this on yourself.
Now you're gonna get it.
You feel someone watching you.
Like from which direction?
Behind you.
So on my persons, I have like darts, like those little throwing darts. My intention is to spin around real quick and just not throw it at the thing, but throw it beside the thing to let them know that like not a good idea. So I spin around, and I chuck it right next to whatever's there.
All right, give me a ranged attack roll.
Okay. Let me get over here on my thingy. That's a 9.
Wonderful. Your dart sticks into the wall in one of the corners, and for a brief moment, you see a silhouette with a single glowing eye, about the same height as the doll. And you hear a voice say,
You're mean.
and it wisps away like smoke.
I'll be watching you.
I don't like it here. We gotta move on to the next. We gotta move on to the next town. This is Griffin saying this. It's like I hate it here.
Does Cricket get visited? I'm jealous now.
Thanks, I hate you.
The doll lays in the bed with Cricket. It's just like hanging out. Like, good, I got him.
You know what, chat? Give me a D20 roll while we're doing that. Now, Oren, you were saying you were doing something.
You know why I like you? 'Cause you're
um,
making me work for it.
yeah, I was just going to check on Tilly and like make sure she was okay, and then like help get her to bed, essentially.
Okay,
Oh, good for him.
awesome. Cricket,
You
you
just gotta
are
walk past her.
Griffin. Cricket. You're like getting your bed all made into a nest and all that good stuff. And as you move some stuff around and kind of pull the blanket back and whatnot, you find a lovely porcelain-faced doll.
Oh, yay. I'll ask them since chat wants to know. What can I call you?
The doll does not respond with a name, but simply says,
I'm gonna kill your friend.
Would a dance work instead? And they reach out their hands to dance, and they open their beak, replaying the music from the dance, hoping to pacify the doll.
I'm about to smash a doll. That's what's I'm gonna have to beat a doll to death. Or
The
hope
Cricket's
I
trying to
get
help
beat to
you.
death.
You're trying to aggro this doll.
This is the
Griffin's in
most.
his own room, still freaked out by this whole thing. Just like I can't believe it came.
I think you
just showed
hear
up out of
waltz
nowhere.
music if your room's close to
Yes.
Cricket's.
everyone in the upper floor hears the waltz music.
This is the most
So
wholesome
Griffin just
horror
gets in his
movie
bed,
ever.
pulls his blanket up over him. He's holding it. He's just like, nope, we're not doing this today.
The
If
the doll, while dancing with Cricket, says,
As long as you keep me happy, your friend will live.
Deal. They swing him.
Probably.
Cricket's made
That's
a
where
good
it's
friend.
going.
and that's where we're going to end tonight's episode of GriTo. Thank you all very much for joining us in chat. We really appreciated having you here. And thank you to all the players. You guys were awesome tonight. It really was the most wholesome horror movie I've ever been a part of. I really enjoyed it.
PG-13 horror film. PG horror film.
Exactly. But thank you all very much, and we will see you next time. See you next game. Bye.